A man offers to give away his Yeezy shoes in exchange for a kidney. Oh, sad. So his name is Matt Neal. He's 26 years old. He's from Michigan. And it takes a year. You're on like a year-long waiting list in order to even hopefully, potentially, be accepted to have a kidney transplant. He knew that his Yeezy shoes were getting up to upwards of $1,000 on eBay, and a lot of people were saying things like, "Oh, I'd exchange, Yeezy shoes for a kidney." So he posted this on Facebook. People are always joking that they would give a kidney for a pair of Yeezys. Well, here's your chance. I'm 26 with 2 failing kidneys. Blood type B+, SO is a kidney that has been abused by being a hype beast. BIN, which means buy it now, I believe.
Yes.
And then it says 1 working kidney from a true sneakerhead. Wow. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
This will be a verse.
Yeezy for president 2020, bro.
No, boo.
Sweet Yeezys help this guy.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
That was
dang.
good. That was good.
I take such pride. It's so embarrassing.
Really good.
Okay, now he did get a lot, hundreds and hundreds of messages. He's going through them all, so maybe potentially there is going to be a donor. He has yet to announce that there has been a donor. We hope, he said at the very least, he hopes to help provide some awareness that this is a dire situation with our healthcare in America, that for one, you're on a waiting list. That doesn't even mean that you're going to get a donor.
Well, ironically, there's a longer waiting list for the Yeezys because they are really coveted shoes. Like, they're really expensive. Even when they come out, people line up down the block and there's only a certain number sold. So that's why he's getting such a response. But when it comes to the healthcare situation in the United States, let's remember that Obama really doesn't care as much as everyone thinks he does, right? Because everyone's like, Obamacare is a big deal. We're the only first world nation that still has health insurance issues.
I know.
To the point where there's a TV show, right? There's a popular TV show where the premise of the show is that a teacher couldn't pay for medical procedures and treatment and then had to start cooking meth and become a drug kingpin in order to get cured.
So
that's
true.
a TV show, and it was heralded for its realism. Let's think about that.
That underscores our disgusting problem here in America.
America's healthcare system is second only to Japan, Canada, Sweden, Great Britain, well, all of Europe. But you can thank your lucky stars we don't live in Paraguay.
UK is by no means perfect. I talk about this quite a lot. But one thing we have had right, and it's starting to change a little bit the more the Conservatives get into power in the UK, is we've got free healthcare. So the service is not as fast as it would be if it was private, but it's free. And I think more people would rather not to be overwhelmed or not even get help because they're overwhelmed by bills, etc., than actually waiting a long line. Like, you can go to any healthcare, no matter your state, in the UK, and you can get assistance. And I thought that was the whole purpose of healthcare, not just to make an enormous amount of money, which private healthcare systems do. But in this situation, it's so sad. This guy needs to try and sell a piece of clothing to try and get himself help, a kidney.
Now, I'm not saying the American healthcare system is good by any means. Like, I mean, I grew up in Turkey. We have socialized medicine there as well, a form of it where it's private and public. And I see the benefits of having public, like, national healthcare for everyone, right? But this is a donation, like the donation procedures worldwide, I feel like are very similar, even in Turkey, even in places with national healthcare. This guy's not selling his Yeezys in order to pay for the operation. He's trying to get a kidney donated to him because of the long line that he needs to wait on. And that's pretty common.
But the reason there's a long line is because of privatized healthcare, because the people who move to the top, let me put it in perspective. If Bill Gates needed a kidney, he would get one tomorrow.
Oh, 100%.
That's the difference. And so he needs a donor because the healthcare system is privatized, and that as you go down the list socioeconomically, you also go down the list in itemized order.
Up.
Yeah.
And even if you do, let's say you do have a cushion, you save, you're in your retirement, and then your health catches up to you, you're in your 70s, you go through that money so fast. I've seen that happen to a number of people, and it's so sad because you think you're planning, and then all of a sudden you're bankrupt at 70 years old. You've gone through your retirement because you had to pay for a 3-month, hospital stay or surgery after surgery, open heart surgery. That's up.
And you won't have Yeezys when you're 70. You probably didn't wait in a tent for like 3 days to get the Yeezys.
Would you guys, Yeezys are like $1,000. Would you guys ever spend $1,000 on a pair of Yeezys or a pair of shoes?
I mean, I've spent some ridiculous amount of money on pocket squares. Like, I think I've got the most amount of pocket squares in the world. But just that, like, those shoes are sick. Those specific ones that he has there, those are phenomenal. But they're not differentiated enough for me from a pair of Nike Roches or anything like that. They're very similar style. I'd
Nike
rather
Roches
just
are
go.
great.
Hey,
I'd
Ron,
rather just
I
go and
feel
buy
like
a
you
pair
have
of Nike.
Yeezys.
What I'm wearing a bathrobe, Sam. It's like
Tehran
I'm
has got
rocking
Crocs on right now.
I mean, talk about like if Yeezys were at Ross Dress for Less, yeah, all day, every day.
All right, you guys, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.